The Lego Batman movie isn't just an action comedy about good versus evil, or Batman versus the Joker. It's one of the few Batman movies whose premise and characters are devoted to making Batman change. Sure, Lego Batman is about the Joker trying to destroy Gotham City, but it's also about the Joker's mission to get Batman to admit that he is Batman's greatest villain, and that they have a special relationship.
At least, if this city is destroyed, I'll die knowing I'm your greatest enemy. I'm gonna have to die to know it.
Because as Batman admits to the Joker at the start of the film,
"You mean nothing to me. No one does."
Batman is presented, as he often is, as a solitary figure who fights crime alone. But the Lego Batman movie seeks to change that, and surrounds him with people who challenge Batman's solitude.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to give you a big old hug.
Alfred accuses Batman of living on an island literally and figuratively, and tells Batman that his greatest fear is being part of a family again. Barbara Gordon is the newly appointed commissioner who thinks that crime can be solved by teamwork and a community of people working together, not a vigilante. And Dick Grayson's goals are the exact opposite of Batman's. Whereas Batman wants to remain alone, Dick wants nothing more than to be a part of a family so that he no longer has to be alone. All of these forces converge on Batman to push him to change, but Batman wants to remain the same.
Why did you build this thing with only one seat?
Because last I checked, I only had one butt.
When we first meet Batman, he fights every villain he has and saves the city. One reporter hypothesizes that
I can only imagine he's going home right now to party the night away, surrounded by scores of friends and lady tennis players.
But when Batman comes home, he has no one to greet him but the Bat computer. He waits in front of the microwave in a big, empty kitchen, alone. He eats in the Batcave, alone, his bites filling the cavernous space he's in. He watches a movie and laughs, but there's no one around to laugh with. And then Batman goes up to the portrait. The Lego Batman movie doesn't bother to revisit the story of how Bruce Wayne lost his parents. It simply shows us that Batman misses them.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. I saved the city again today. I wish you could have seen me. I think you would have been really proud.
When Alfred asks him if he's been looking at the old family photos again, we get the sense that Batman does this a lot. Like he's trapped by this picture that was taken right before he lost his parents. That this event is what drives Batman to remain isolated, even when he encounters people that tempt him to let people into his life and his heart. Even if some of those people aren't as tempting as others.
I hate you.
While Joker isn't the only antagonist in the film, he is arguably the biggest one, in that his actions push Batman to difficult choices that help show who Batman really is, which is a man who deeply misses and values family, and will only be truly happy when he is part of one again. Like when Joker forces all of Batman's supervillains to surrender so that there's no more crime.
No more crime! No more crime! No more crime!
Without crime fighting, Batman's solitude can't be maintained because there's nothing else to occupy his time other than loneliness. Or later, when Joker gets all the villains from the Phantom Zone to help destroy Gotham, which results in Alfred nearly falling to his death. In this scene, we get to see that Batman really does care about Alfred deep down, despite what his earlier behavior suggests.
Listen, you don't have a family. You're satisfied serving me. So what do you know about having a surrogate son?
And it brings Batman closer to admitting that Alfred is his surrogate father. Because Batman's allies also push Batman towards change, they are also antagonists in a way. Like when Batman, Alfred, Dick, and Barbara destroy the Eye of Sauron together, Dick takes a family picture. And he ends up taking a picture that looks similar to the one Batman stares at to remember his parents. It is in this picture that Dick creates Batman's greatest fear, a family that he can lose. And no matter how good their teamwork felt, Batman can't lose a family again. Not again. Not ever again. So he pushes them away. And isn't that what we sometimes do to the people that are still in our lives when we've lost others? Whether they leave town or break up with us or die. It's hard to love again. It seems safer not to. To get into a cave and just sit there, alone. Because you can't lose someone if you don't let them in. And you can get used to that, even grow to like it. But if you want to make the world a better place, if you want to make your world a better place, you need to look at yourself and make a change. Within the Phantom Zone, faced with losing his family again, Batman decides to change. He's going to let people into his life, even though that might mean losing them. He's going to admit that even Batman gets scared sometimes, and that's okay. Because he's going to let people help him. And he's going to help them too. The Lego Batman movie takes the mythos of Batman, which is about sadness and darkness and suffering, and makes it about overcoming those feelings.
And if it wasn't for you, I never would have learned how connected I am with all these people. And you.
And then when the Bat family saves the city and returns home, their voices echo throughout the Batcave, together. And Batman takes the Bat family photo that Dick took, which scared him so much that he pushed them away. And he hangs it right beside his old photo, his oldest, deepest pain, that he could barely stand to look at before. He's turned his pain into just a memory that he will carry forever. It will continue to shape him, change him, but it won't destroy him. And by placing his new family on the wall next to his old one, he's married his old pain to his new life, which may be the bravest thing we've ever seen Batman do.